How do elders react to transgender people? If I was in Japan as a girl and was holding hands romantically with another girl, would I get jumped? How hard is it to get or find a partner in Japan? Japanese men, foreign not included. Is Japan homophobic? Okay, what do we feel about today's look? I look like a tree, but that's what I'm going for. I got a haircut yesterday. Do you guys like it? Do you guys like it? You guys like it, right? You guys like it. You guys like it. Hi Stans, my name is Stan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a little tiny bit different. I did a little poll over on my community tab and a lot of you guys wanted me to film this video. So today I'm not gonna be very crazy or anything and answer the most frequently asked questions about being LGBTQ+ in Japan. But fuck. A little bit of disclaimer. I did do a little bit of research, but I am going to be talking about I did do a little bit of research, but I am going to be talking about you can calm down. You can calm down. You can slow the fuck down. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine to slow down. I did do a little bit of research, but I am going to be talking about this topic from my own experience.
We did it, Joe.
And from my own knowledge, because I'm a smart boy. My mommy said I was a smart boy.
Hold on.
Also, before you guys comment anything or form any opinions, please watch the entire video because I actually address a lot of things. Also, if I make any generalized statements, please take it with a grain of salt and remember that everything is nuanced. You guys know how I edit my videos, but for this week, I'm gonna try to make this more, you know, on the educational side and not a lot of crackery. Because I look like a straight man.
Bitch, swear.
If you guys didn't know, I'm... Okay, let's start. Okay, Stan Weekly said, if I was in Japan as a girl and was holding hands romantically with another girl, would I get jumped? So, hate crimes in Japan. As far as I know, Japan has one of the lowest hate crime rates or just violent crime rates in general in the world. So I would say no one would really do anything to you if you held hands with your partner in public. This might be a little bit weird, but especially if you're a girl holding hands with another girl, I feel like other people would just see that as, oh, a girl is holding hands with her friend. Because a lot of high school students in Japan do that anyway, and no one really cares. So my ex and I dated for more than 2 years, and we actually lived together in Japan, and we always held hands in public. We did get stared at a lot, but we never got hate crime. Because like I said, violent crimes in general in Japan is just very unlikely. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm just saying it's less compared to everywhere else in the world. Next question. Next question. Do you think there is an issue with LGBTQ+ people being fetishized in Japan? That's a good question. Personally, I don't read yaoi or yuri, so I'm not exactly sure. But with my own experience and observation, it's not even Japanese people fetishizing the LGBTQ+ community in Japan. Actually, it's usually the foreigners. If you guys didn't know, there are a few American military bases in Japan. And girl! And you guys don't even know how many straight American military boys slide into my DMs and try to fuck me. And usually when I say, are you gay? They're usually just like,
no, I'm straight.
and I'm like, I literally have a cock. And they say,
And yeah, I want you to fuck you with it.
Next question is from Leslie. Have you experienced being bullied there because of your sexuality? Is Japan homophobic? By the way, I love you so much, stay safe. Thank you, Leslie, I love you too, stay safe. In Japan, I've never been bullied for my sexuality. Very, very rarely at night if I go to like the red light district, like Shinjuku Kabukicho, for example. Some of those weird straight boys with like the skinniest jeans ever will be like,
Oh, come on.
which is a slur. It's like calling someone. And is Japan homophobic? See, homophobia isn't just about being actively hateful towards a gay person. So even though hate crimes towards the LGBTQ+ community in Japan is very unlikely, I would say Japan is still homophobic in general. And why would I say that? First of all, gay marriage is not legalized in Japan. So that obviously stems from the belief that a gay couple should not have the same rights as a straight couple. So is Japan homophobic? Yes and no. Next question. How do elders react to transgender people? Do they criticize them? By the way, sending love and support from the Philippines. Kumusta? Mahal ko kayo dyan sa Pilipinas. So, to answer your question, being transgender is actually very, very taboo in Japan. In fact, my mom, who's very, very supportive of me, you guys know, didn't even know anything about transgenderism. I actually had a talk with her last night and I explained to her what being transgender is, what sex and gender is, and the differences. So in general, Japanese people are very, very ignorant and not really educated when it comes to transgenderism. I would say in a lot of countries, especially Asian countries, they don't really even distinguish the differences between being gay and being transgender. Let's go back to the topic of being transgender in Japan. Because being transgender is very, very taboo in Japan, a lot of transgender people do not transition. You guys might know about Japanese working culture and about salarymen, and I would say say there's actually a lot of transgender salarymen, even those who are in their 40s or 50s. These transgender salarymen, because they can't express the gender they want to at work, after work they usually change into a dress, put on a wig, do their makeup in like a private bathroom, even at a convenience store for example, and will literally just roam the streets like that, not really even doing anything, maybe go to bars as a woman, just so they can express their gender. Let's go to the next question. How hard is it to get or find a partner in Japan? Japanese men, foreign not included. Is it open? Like other countries, dating apps are actually very much a thing in Japan, so I would say it's not really hard. Literally just download Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, and just swipe, 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 bitch. But here's the catch. Japanese gays will either fetishize a white man and want a white man. These people are called gaijin hanta. Basically, outsider hunters. They say gaijin hanta as if they like foreigners in general, but these bitches usually just like white men. Or it's the other way around where they do not like foreigners at all. They will only date Japanese men. That's just based on my experience and my observation. I actually did a poll a few years back when I had a Japanese Twitter account, and I asked Japanese gays, would you date a foreigner, yes or no? And maybe about 70 or 80% said no, and they would only date a Japanese man. So is it easy to find a Japanese gay partner? If you're white, it's easier. That's just the reality. Next one is from Sashimi Sushi. I already answered the first part of this question, so let's just answer, what is the gay scene like in Japan? I actually get this question a lot. Fun fact, there's a place called Shinjuku Nichome. Nichome means District 2. So the so-called District 2 or Nichome in Shinjuku is very, very famous in the world because this place has the highest concentration of LGBTQ plus bars and clubs in the entire world. Not just in Tokyo, not just in Japan, not just in Asia, but in the entire world. And that might be very surprising to a lot of people because being LGBTQ plus in Japan is obviously very taboo. But yes, in Nichome there's gay clubs, lesbian bars, transgender bars. There's even like this gay building, a literal gay building, and like the first floor is lockers, the second floor is like a sauna, the third floor is like a bathtub. When I first came to Japan and didn't have a lot of friends, I actually spent a lot of time in Nichome. So literally every single night I would go to a gay club or a gay bar and just like have fun with a lot of gays and stuff. A lot of straight people also go to these places because it's usually way cheaper than straight bars or clubs. Like for example, if you go to Roppongi or Shibuya, which are very straight club infested places, men usually has to pay a higher price. I remember when I went to a straight club in Shibuya, I had to pay $30 to get in, while my friends had to pay, what, 15? So a lot of straight people also go to gay clubs because there's usually no entrance fee and you just have to pay for the drink. So yes, the gay scene in Japan is actually really, really fun. If you're LGBTQ plus visiting Japan, I highly recommend you go to Nichome. Next one is from Chia Charles. Do you feel the need to dress to assimilate with society when going to a family or friend's house or a place of worship, etc.? I don't worship no one, let's start there. So although I was born here, I actually studied overseas and would just come to Japan once in a while, like every year. And I officially moved to Japan about 3 or 4 years ago to start university. And when I moved, I was like, literally no one knows me in this city. I can like rebrand myself.
Shut the fuck up.
So I made sure that I already had this specific image and I didn't have to come out to anyone. So right when I came to Japan, I started wearing makeup, I started wearing whatever the fuck I wanted. So all my friends, families, and everyone around me just knew that I was that type of person. So I didn't really have to assimilate to
anything.
So if you're comfortable, that's actually one of the things I would suggest you do. When you come to Japan, start expressing yourself the way you want to right from the get-go because it's really hard to come out. Maybe that's just me, but you know. Next one is from JJ_613. I've noticed that gay is a little more tolerated than lesbian in Japan, so I was wondering how people would react if lesbians were out in the public. Like I said, obviously I'm gay, so I don't know a lot about being lesbian, but that's actually very interesting that you mentioned that because I feel like being lesbian is easier compared to being gay in Japan. If you're a lesbian in Japan, I'm not saying like, oh my god, it's so hard for me, it's so fucking easy for you. But like I said a while ago, I feel like 2 girls holding hands in public, for example, is less triggering to Japanese people than 2 guys holding hands in public. Because when I see a lesbian couple holding hands, no one really cares. But when I held hands with my partner at that time, literally Japanese high school students will like take pictures of us and stuff. Wait, that also kind of answers the question about gay people being fetishized in Japan. Because I remember when I was out with my partner at that time, some high school students will literally just put out their camera and take pictures of us. I don't know what it was for, but they did it. Peachbo1 said, have you ever thought about dating a trans man? Can you do this or not? I guess this question is more for me and not really about LGBTQ plus in Japan. But yes, I would 100% date a trans man. Personally, I'm not strictly attracted to cis men. If you present as a man, I might find you attractive. And in terms of genitalia, I literally don't care. Next question is from Sweet Cupcake. When you go to a men's restroom, like when you're wearing makeup, do people stare? Because people are harsh sometimes. That is a very interesting question. Sometimes, yes, people would look at me, especially when I'm in the mirror like fixing myself, they would like wash their hands and be like, oh. But I feel like they're still aware that I'm just a guy wearing makeup, so they don't really like do anything or say anything. But if I'm in full drag with the wig and the outfit and everything, I will go to the women's restroom just so I don't cause anything. Okay guys, I literally had 40 questions to answer and I think I literally only answered 11. But this video is getting really fucking long, so I might just have to split it into a few parts because I bet still has a lot to say. If you guys want a part 2 and learn more, please let me know in the comments down below. And And if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section down below as well. This week's shout out goes to... Thank you so much for always loving and supporting. I know this video was a little more toned down than usual. Let me know in the comments if you like that as well. Because literally all my videos are just like bah, 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 bah. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!